Hello everybody! Today we're going to unpack, take a close-up look and taste the Pasticceria Fraccaro Panettone. So let's first take a look around the outside of the package. So in this package is a Pasticceria Fraccaro Panettone. And just taking a look at the details of the packaging, we can see that the outer packaging is a white textile package with a ribbon keeping it secure, and there is a hang tag on the package with some information. So let's open it up and take a look at the details for this Pasticceria Fraccaro Panettone. And we can see that there is some nutrition information as well as product details. And taking a look at the back of the hang tag, there is an ingredients list in various languages. And now let's go ahead and open up the package. By undoing the ribbon that's keeping the package nice and securely closed. And just setting, well, can't quite set the ribbon because it's stuck on the base with some clear tape. But nonetheless, let's lift out the 1 kilogram of panettone and just checking through, making sure nothing else is left behind. We can set the packaging to the side. So just setting it on the right hand side of the table, and of course shifting the panettone in view. So you can see the panettone, 1 kilogram of it, slightly squashed in its clear plastic bag to keep it fresh, but nonetheless giving you some sense of size of this loaf of panettone. So 1 kilogram in weight, and giving you some sense of size by placing my hand over it, and with both hands giving you another look and perspective or aspect of this loaf of panettone. Okay, now let's go ahead and open up the clear plastic bag. So there is a metal fastener keeping the bag secure. And let's slide the panettone from the bag. Now we can see that there is a loose piece of raisin on the bag, so just putting the bag to the side, and of course keeping that away from babies, children and animals, and of course reusing or recycling it very thoughtfully. So giving you a look at this Pasticceria Fraccaro Panettone, which is somewhat misshapen, as you can see, having a very irregular shape rather than a more cup-like muffin shape, but nonetheless giving you a look at the details up close And we can see that the paper baking mold is decorated with some gold floral looking motif. And on the underside we can see that there is a corrugated like wafer board base. But taking a look top down at this mostly misshapen or squashed 1 kg loaf of panettone. And of course taking a look up close as well. So we can see it does have a mostly light to dark brown coloring at the very top of the panettone. And once again giving you some sense of the size of this big lump of panettone. Now let's peel off the baking mold so we can have a better look at the panettone. So the paper mold peeling off fairly easily, and of course with my other hand holding on to the panettone, it doesn't feel too greasy at all. And right here just peeling off the bottom part of the paper mold completely off, and we can see a very dark base and dotted with plenty of raisins. As you can see, the fruit pieces of raisins scattered throughout the very dark base of this panettone. And once again giving you another look, this time around of course with the paper baking mold peeled off. And of course in its somewhat squashed state as well, almost square-like on the sides, but overall giving you a look at the details of this very big loaf of panettone. Now let's peel off a portion from the top and take a close-up look. And inside you can see the leavening of the sourdough and the fruit pieces as well, the raisins. But I'm not quite seeing any pieces of candied orange rind on this side. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and taste the smaller piece. So soft, moist texture with a mild flavor to it, and there were no fruit pieces or candied fruit pieces on that piece that I just ate. At least there's a very, very small one, but let's try this piece here, tearing the right side with, as you can see, a couple of pieces of raisins on it. So once again, very soft and moist. And flavor-wise, it does have a very, very mild flavor in terms of the sweetness and the fruit pieces as well. But nonetheless, let's take a look at the rest of the panettone. And let's open it up, tear it open and see what's in the middle. It's right there, giving you a look at the middle inside parts of this Pasticceria Fraccaro Panettone. So you can see many, many pieces of fruit scattered mostly evenly throughout the panettone. 1 kilogram of it. And let's completely tear one side off and take a look at this larger side, and this time round it becomes more evident. We can see the candied orange rind with the much fairer or lighter coloring as opposed to the darker raisins. Okay, now let's take a look at this near centerpiece core of the panettone. And once again, tearing it apart to give you another look. And now let's give it one more taste, but this time around, as you can see on this part, with mostly orange pieces on there. So it does have that very mild flavor in terms of sweetness and zestiness as well. So very, very, very subtle in flavor and very moist and soft in texture. So that's the Pasticceria Fraccaro Panettone. Thanks for watching and happy eating!